for initiating that process. But by and large, when she said that, I realized that after that commissioning, if you pass there in the night, you will see the number of Nigerians. We have film shooters there now. We have people who go and take pictures, lovers, would-be lovers, all kinds of. But you see, it shows that Nigerians don't demand much. These are things that could take people out from their houses and go and relax and unwind and think about other things, you know. So yesterday when we left her, it occurred to me that as we're coming to my official residence, there's this roundabout there, which so beautiful. I found that it was supposed to be a recreation center that had been abandoned for years. So yesterday I got there, it was amazing. Amazing to the point that it has where you can play sporting activities, all kinds of things. But look at the natural rocks there. And I said, okay, look, what we are going to do, we know that it was when I constructed that. But let's see whether we can have 3 designs by inviting 3 major companies to give us different designs that we'll be able to choose one. If we're able to achieve that, that takes care of those who are living within the life camp by putting those sporting activities there too, and even put the restaurant there. And you will see that it gives the city a different look. That's what it's supposed to be. You go to a city, you don't see it attractive. You just, in fact, where is this park? The Millennium Park. It's empty, totally empty. There's nothing that is attractive. I was there one time. I said, what kind of park is this? Just people just come like that, carry that phone, put here, just. So these are details that make people not to stay in their cities. So we feel that she has challenged us, and that challenge is worthy of it. So we're happy, but that has now spurred us to work more.
Is that to say that the Millennium Park too is going to get some attention from
Let
you?
me not, so that you don't commit me.
you already wrote it up. There's nothing attractive there.
But again, you ask me, what time do I have? I don't like to do something that you would abandon.
Okay.
I think I can finish the one of the last camp.
Okay.
Because the terror ends in May 2029. So I prefer to do something that I know I can finish and go, and not something that you just start and nobody will give attention to it. So, but that was the last camp. I'm quite sure we are going to finish it before the terror ends.
I want to tell the residents of the Federal Capital Territory about the Jabi Lake, where thousands of residents used to go walk out and have their picnics and the rest. It's been sealed. What are the plans, really?
Just the same thing we're doing. And like I said, you are aware that some people took us to court. It's not just necessarily going out for a walkout. What's attractive there? You must make something look attractive. So what we did was, that place was given out in 2026, 15 years ago, to people who had said that they want to turn it to a recreation center. And one day I had to pass through that place and say, look, shanties are coming up, people are selling food. So that is the kind of workout. I said, no, this is not what we mean by recreation center. So I looked at the document and said, what happened? How could this be given for the past 15 years and nothing has happened? So I had to revoke it. Now when I did revoke it, all kinds of calls came. Oh, look, they wanted to do this, they didn't want to do that. I said, listen, we can't continue this way. Which part of the world will have this kind of a place and will abandon it that way? This is an attack. This is where you can build up things and people would like to be coming to that place. Of course, argument came and this was okay. What we're going to do now, we're going to enter the new memorandum of understanding that you will immediately start the construction of this so that as football, sporting activities, the restaurants, even where they also agreed to use the water, to put the restaurant in the water, lighting, and so we said, look, we'll take this period. If you don't finish this, we'll take back our land. Of course, in this country, propaganda, and it's fake news. And this is part of the problem we have with social media. The next thing you had, somebody has gone, side cry on television. Oh, this is where I've been praying to God. This is where this has happened. Now minister has come, has taken the land, has grabbed the land. All kinds of things. Of course, for somebody like me, I don't even care. I would even list. Because if we continue this way, we can't get development. We know all kinds of them. And I hear one of these so-called, you call them activists, what do you call them? When they go and collect money for people, then they come out to say they're activists. You know what you call it? Is it show or what? They say show. They say the presidential candidate. So, and I came, like, they should tell WIke to get out from this thing and that. Nobody can intimidate me, nobody can blackmail me. That place will be developed for the interest of the public. And how can you, these guys are talking about the place? See people selling mama put. Is that the kind of education center that I want to have? So that's where we are. But like I said, government may not be able to do all these things. So you need to engage private partners. That's what we're doing there in WIke.
I'm beginning to ask you a national question, but you've been so busy the last month, and it's fair to say congratulations again, sir. You had a real marathon of commissioning, and celebrations for the work you've done. In that fate, I want to ask, of all the projects that you commissioned, that was commissioned, which of them is something you hold dearest? And if you could tell us why.
I think Benga has answered one.
The certificate.
And then the next one that's so important has to do with water that was provided to the satellite town. The essence of water, the importance of water. And so for me, these are two key projects that I take to heart, that particularly look at, for example, the water, it get to the poor people, they have access to water. The Trade Center is where youths will gather online. So you see, these are the things that touch society that you will have to look, I am happy. If you see the comments of the youth when they get to that city gate, it's something they have been yearning for. These are the kind of things that we will want to. Every time we watch television, we watch social media, we see what's happening all over the world. So this thing can be put in our place. It's not a rocket science. It's something that if you are committed to do, you will do it. And we have done it. So the happiness of the youth, for me, is key. It's key. And that the poor people can access water in the rural areas is key. Road is important, yes, but these are the two key projects I think that I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'm very happy. Yes.
Femi will ask the next question, but quickly on the issue of water. I don't know whether it's come to your attention that there is scarcity of water in Abuja. Residents of areas like Wuse, I think Karki and something.
I think what has happened that they are used for repair with the Usman dam, yes, which don't take maybe 1 week that will sort it out.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, maybe I should still stay on the commissionings you have done in the past, the projects, infrastructure development in the FCT, and the commendation you also got from the First Lady. clearly you didn't expect this kind of a public embrace, especially for the city gate remodeling, and it's good to know that you're planning another one in Jabi. But my question will be on the life camp. Sorry. So my question will be a bit light now. Should residents of Abuja expect to see you, on an evening stroll or coming to some of these parks to relax?
Don't worry, I do, but I won't tell you when. Let me tell you the danger
of announcing where you're going.
The day I went to one of the restaurants to eat, I didn't go with security. So I told my driver, just drive us, let me go and eat. I just entered the restaurant. Before I know it, over 50 people. I didn't know what to do again. It doesn't walk out, we shake you, we call, we shake you. Of course, it is not safe. Don't take that to the people like you. So I told the restaurant, look, I will come back. At that point, I was no longer
at ease.
Immediately I came out, I saw some miscreants waiting for me to give them
entitlement.
So these are the kind of things you have to be very, very careful. I went to the city gate at the other day, sat down, few people were there. Before I knew it, people started trooping. I said, hey, let's take off. It's not as if you're not happy to be there, but you also, in as much as, see, don't play to the gallery, be very, very careful. And it's not good to go to a place with that kind of security. Yeah. Because the whole aim will be defeated. Yeah. So I can assure you, yes, from time to time, I walk in, but I won't tell you it will be so day or it will be so time. No, I will not do that one. So that one will be safe too. Not safe that there will be people who will come and shoot you, but people can rush. Just people want to take pictures with you, all kinds of things. So you have to be very, very careful. Happiness should not make you to lose your.
Maybe you should engage the services of a costumier to disguise when you are going on such pieces.
There's no way I can disguise. In fact, I'm surprised that there's no way I go to that people will not call my name.
Oh, it's impossible.
I'm
Honourable Minister, so I can see that the infrastructure at the Apo Mechanic Village has been put in there. So the question really is, where's your final relocation going to be, and when is that going to happen?
Yes, that's what we're working on. It's not been easy. When you have divisions, associations, where are the days, where that, and again, the recommendation made by the committee is I'm not very comfortable with it. But if we begin to give this your foe, it means it becomes your property, and government may not have control. So that way they are saying, oh, give us a CFO and this. And we are saying, look, it's not better to have a memorandum of understanding that government has given out this place for you to trade and this, so that the government will also have some sort of control over it. But we believe that before the end of the year, we would have sorted out the whole of the issues. Already the infrastructure has been provided, so that's why we are.
Christian, you already have your turn. Talk you have his turn.
I just wanted to do a follow-up so that we don't go back and forth.
It's okay.
You talked about the beautification of the FCT, which is very good, commendable. How about the abandoned Millennium Tower? Have you thought of it?
Very much.
That is just one, sir.
Okay.
The second one is that with the massive road infrastructures that you're doing, I don't know if you've recalled October 1st, 2006, one of the ministers then, El Rufai, banned the use of motorcycles called Okada in the city. Yeah. You have even acknowledged that they've constituted a nuisance, security challenges and the rest. Keke Napep have joined too. On the streets, major streets of Abuja, it has become a car park range or a car range and the rest. What are you doing to checkmate the nuisance that they've constituted.
Okay, let me take the Millennium Park first.
All right.
I came on board. I visited that Millennium Park. Very wonderful. It started on the grand parking that took over 2,000 cars. The restaurant will be at the last floor, up to about 200 floors. Beautiful. That project was awarded under the Obasanjo's administration to a company called Salini, Italian company.
Salini, yeah.
I tried to sit down with them because it's the national budget. It cannot be FCT statutory budget. The cost is about 400-something billion. And I even if I have such money, I can't put the whole of that money in one project. So it was the project that the federal government has to come and say, look, we have to take this project as a national
monument.
If not, there's nothing FCT can do. And moreover, if you don't complete it, no matter the forest, you don't have the years go by, variations will come in because of the inflation.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if they spend more than 400-something billion, where will the FCT get that kind of money? And so if previous government like under Obasanjo, this is the kind of problem that we're having. Government will don't plan. We'll just come up, it's good to have a millennium, fine. But what is their plan? You can imagine, I think to around either 2004, 2005, 23 years, one project, national project, cannot be completed. It's the same thing here in terms of roads. We have project roads were awarded 2010. 16 good years. We are talking about this application that we are trying to commission. 2010. So it is a problem for us in government. You see, awarding contract is easy, but cash backing it is another thing. And that's why we are so. And that's why I said, no matter how attractive it may look, I'm not tempted to award contract for the sake of awarding a contract. I will award a contract that I know it can be cash backed. So it doesn't matter how many contracts I have awarded. What people look at is how many have you finished? Because at the end of the day, when you award all these contracts, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. People begin to look at how they've scattered the whole place, destroyed the entire place, award contract that will not be completed. It becomes an eyesore. And then variations will of course come. So projects are supposed to cost like 10 billion. At the end of the day, you end up spending 100-something billion, which does not make sense. So these are the issues we're having. You talk about the kicking up and this. As people you know, just this morning, I signed the approval. We had a Security Council meeting, and where we have agreed, not just causing a nuisance, but for issue of security, it has become a threat. From our security reports, bandits they don't act without using motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
So it's the problem. And so I've told the security to map out areas where we do not need the keke napep and the motorcycle. But it will be difficult for you to ban them in the entire Abuja. Particularly, it is necessary within the city not to allow keke napep and the Okada. So they are working that out. I just made an approval this morning to release some logistics. Even the destitute beggars all over the places. And each time we take them out, they come in again. Each time you take them out, they come in again. And people say, oh, why not provide where they will be staying treated? How will we continue to be doing that? It means you are encouraging people to leave from Kogi. You are encouraging them to leave from Nasarawa. You are encouraging them to leave from Niger. You are encouraging them to leave from Kaduna. How can you fund that? It is not possible. So we try to take them back to where they are coming from. In the next 1 month, you see them coming back. I know Abuja is the center, bounded by 4 states. So it's a big problem, but we'll do the best we can.
All right. Talk quickly.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. In the last media chat of July, you spoke about the original designers of the Abuja Master Plan coming around in July, that you were going to hold talks with them. Did those talks, did they hold? And if yes, what are the changes that Abuja residents would expect
Okay,
in their future?
I was to lead that delegation. Fortunately, I didn't go, but it was led by the executive and secretary of FCT. They just came back. They just came back from Tokyo, and they have not made their report. But be assured, yes, the discussion has been held between us and Tokyo. They just came. Today's Tuesday. Came back on Friday last week. So I believe that before the end of the week, they would have submitted their report.
All right, Honourable Minister, we would like to spice things up a little bit by taking some topical issues. When we say topical issues, they are largely political. We'll come back to FCT issues because even right now, viewers are interacting with us, particularly residents of Abuja who have questions for you on certain things. So we'll come back to that. But let's spice things up a little bit with politics. Felicity, we would like to start.
I know you probably have seen this interview, courtesy of Arise, the interview with Cardinal Nyesom.
Okay.
His comments and the reaction from the presidential team. They talked about the economy and how things are not as the president feels it is, and then there's been a response. I'd like your thoughts on that. I'm sure a lot of Nigerians want to know that. And I also would like you to talk on the statement that he referenced, that the president said in politics all is fair, made by the president, and like I said, it shouldn't always be like that. So your reaction?
What do you mean? You said that all is fair. I don't understand. What do you mean by all?
What the president said, all is fair. Said in politics, all is fair.
We are not going to pamper anybody.
For him to say all is fair, there must be a statement made.
Oh yeah, before.
Yes, he was talking about. He was saying that this government seems to want to win the elections.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yes, that's the context.
Okay. No. You see, I have always said this, particularly to religious leaders and our elder statesmen. I'm not against comments about government. Because if comments are not made about government, government may not be able to know areas where they should concentrate or focus. Therefore, government is available to receive comments. But when comments made by a particular section consistently, government becomes, or not even government, even individuals become very careful. If you're a religious leader and it is perceived or seen, you are taking a side which is very clear, it becomes difficult for people to begin to see those comments as being helpful or real. I am aware of the position of Cardinal Nyesom. All of us know it's not hidden.
His position, how?
Who he supports, everybody knows that.
I don't know.
Who he supports.
No, that's why I say. It's not every time say things are bad. Nobody has heard you say one day, government have done this well. I cannot see, the point I'm trying to make is that as a leader, command government when government have done well on some areas. Criticize government. Now look, yes, you have done this well. But we think that should look into these other areas. But if their comments are every time nothing positive, the government must worry about you. Government will begin to think that you are merely criticizing because you are opposed to the government.
No, but these are,
you see that statement that he made,
who are not partisan.
Don't tell me. No, please don't tell me that. Not partisan. Don't tell me that. You know what happened in 2023 election? People took side. Religious leaders took side. It was very open.
Honorable Minister,
I'd be stupid to sit here for anybody to tell me this person is impartial. No, we know ourselves in this country. We know who belongs to where.
But what's their stake, sir? Because someone will be curious to know. If you say they are partisan, what do they?
No, who did they support? Who did they support 2023? It was very obvious. They made it clear.
Well, Honorable Minister,
but what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong in that. But the point I'm saying that you cannot be seen consistently in holding just one view about the government.
Let me create
that's the point I'm trying to make.
Let me make some context as to why this became an issue. Because not just Cardinal Nyesom that was upset, a lot of people were upset about that statement. And the reason they were upset was because the statement, all is fair in politics, connotes the fact that anything can happen. So that's why the president criticism, that's why the president got criticized for that.
You see, first of all, people have accused the government of trying to intimidate, of trying to weaken the opposition. People have accused the ruling party of trying to see that the opposition does not exist. Right? I think my thinking is where in politics all is my thinking. Now, what does the president mean by that? In politics, it is not my duty to strengthen my opponent.
Okay.
In politics, I want to preside over, we are struggling for power. And I see that my opponent has some weaknesses of loopholes. It's not for me to go and help them to be strong. If I have anything to make them weaker, yes. Now take for example, you see what happened to PDP. PDP ought to be the most formidable opposition party. Right? Now, because of selfish interests and people who don't understand that you need to share their personal interests and work for the party to be stronger, to be able to challenge the ruling party. Now, the party had crisis. And that crisis had weakened the party. Going to court today, tomorrow, and the rest. Now, some people have gone to ADC. And in going to ADC, they refuse to put, a conclusion that, look, what are the things that we think that will make our party to have crisis? So I will be able to stop it now. But when the ruling party finds out that you have that kind of loopholes, what will be their prayer? Their prayer will be, may you not resolve the crisis. May you not resolve the crisis. Take, for example, in 2017, PDP had a problem. We saw that the ruling party APC then had wanted to destroy PDP by imposing a party chairman on us. We saw it clearly. People like us came out to say, no, we will not accept this. We are going to fight it. Now, why am I telling you this? We went to the Federal High Court and we won. The then DGSSS locked the office. We said, look, we have won. Allow us to use it. He said, no, that there's an appeal. This is a security agency. That there's an appeal. We said, what does that concern you? Does an appeal mean that we will enter off? He said, no, that there's an appeal. Nigerian people won in appeal. When I appealed to Supreme Court, he went and opened the office. When I said, but we were in appeal, he said, oh, it doesn't matter. Now, we know the interest of the ruling party in government, that their interest is to weaken us. In their interest to give us a national chairman that will make the party not to go front. What I'm trying to say is for you to, when you understand this, you now put yourself together. When we fought the matter till we won the Supreme Court. Now, nobody left the party. That's the point I'm trying to make. The party was strong. And that was why people, like Atiku Abubakar and them, had to come to the party, knowing that the party is now strong, to be able to challenge the ruling party. That was why he was able to contest in 2019 and contest under the party 2023. That he even made some kind of headway. Now, if we did not do that, to make the party to be strong then, it would have been difficult for us to challenge the ruling party. Remember in 2023, it was difficult to believe that the president would have won. You know that. Why? There was a strong, formidable opposition party. So there was. But now, everything appears to have fallen apart.
Yeah. And the Catholic bishops were specific in some areas.
Yes.
For instance, they accused INEC
Yes.
of being biased.
Okay,
and then the president said, no, INEC is not biased.
Okay.
Don't you think the president put himself on the spot by defending INEC?
No. We'll do. Okay, yes.
Okay, he also raised a particular concern that, he believes that the people around the president do not give him a true picture of the reality in the country. And you are also one of those politicians close to the president. Is it true that people like you who are close to the president do not really tell the president the true situation of things?
Can I tell you the truth? That is not a first-hand statement. When you're not in power, you are accused of around in power, not to tell the man in power that you are not telling him the correct thing. So that for me, it's a statement you make, everybody does that. Yeah. You always accuse that, these people don't tell the president the truth. They always will dare to get whatever they will get. That is the general accusation.
Yeah, but the president defended INEC.
Which is not correct. Now when you say, how did he defend INEC? You came here, okay, what is the fact? What is the fact to say INEC had the Catholic come to the conclusion that INEC is biased? What are your facts? What happened for you to prove? Now, if you have taken that kind of position, it's delicate. It's delicate because no one. That association is a strong association. You must be very, very careful. Now, when you come to the public and make that kind of accusation that the electoral umpire is biased, you must have your facts. This is why we say they are biased. Look at this. Look at this. But if you just come to the general, INEC is biased, you are sending a signal to the public. Because people say, for the whole Catholic bishops to say INEC is biased, then something is wrong. And we must be very careful about it. And that's why no, you can't say they are biased. So what is wrong? Is it because people say, okay, if I say INEC is not biased, it's good. If president says INEC is not biased, that's a mistake because he's president. He has no view again. He doesn't have a view. To tell you why we should be careful in politics. That's why we were saying that associations like that, bodies like that, have to be very, very careful. Well, when that statement was made, what happened? People like Atiku Abubakar picked it up. So, you cannot say this about a Catholic. No. The point I'm making is that having made that statement, it does appear you have now done the work for the opposition party. And that's why people like Atiku came up to say you cannot talk to them like that. You have to be very careful. And nobody's sitting. It's like if you come to me now as a minister, right, and you make that kind of general assertion, for Christ's sake, I have to say yes or no. Because you don't come to tell me Joseph is biased. What are the facts?
Well,
I have told people here, let me tell you, I have told people here to be very careful. To be very careful. Take, for example, what's going on. Most of us don't know the matters in court. We don't know. We are not lawyers to each of the side. We don't know what has been presented. When a party loses, the party carries propaganda without telling the public the truth of the matter, what the matter is or was, as the case may be. Then you have the impression, the judiciary has been used. And we must try to be very, very careful about that.
So,
we want to be careful about
from
it.
the presidential meeting.
Yes.
Like one of the founding fathers of the party, you are now the overall leader, you know, alpha numero, I would say.
Yes.
Chief Bode George
Yes.
has times without number accused Nyesom WIke of using the judiciary. That you even hosted the chief judge of the Federal High Court. And
when he was asking that they don't have this, they don't have that. When he was asking that they don't have housing, they don't have this.
And the question is it the duty? First, you're going to respond to Chief Bode George calling the Philly people.
You have already said it. I watched it on Arise.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
I just want to add one more leg to it. And is it in the position of the FCT to provide accommodation for federal judges?
Okay. I'm coming. Now, let me just start with Gerald.
Very well.
You say Bode George is one of the founding fathers. He founded something he could not maintain in Lagos. He founded father of PDP since 1999. Since 1999, a founding father. He answered that, I'm founding father. We are the conscience of the party. What conscience does he have that since 1999 till now, PDP has never won one seat in anything? You answer founding father using the success of other people in other states. A founding father since 1999 till today cannot show in my own state. I brought this party to my own state. What is the result? What is the progress we have made in this state? Nothing. You're a founding father. You just answer founding father by mouth. No progress. Now, when they that he's talking about judiciary, with all due respect, that's why I say elders should be careful. The way you make statements. Because in our tradition, we don't talk to elders in here. But in politics, there's nothing like that.
So
we are talking about
politics is
struggle
fair.
for power. So anything you say, no. What I'm trying to say is that in our tradition, there are things when an elder speaks, you don't consider I will reply. In politics, because it's a struggle for power, I won't just allow you to say anything you want to say simply because you're an elder. You will get it back. Because I don't want you to preside over it. Now let me tell you about Bode. Bode are forgotten. This is how they accuse judiciary, every time judiciary. When Bode was charged for corruption in Lagos State High Court, the day of the judgment, Bode showed the uniform for his people. They were dancing. How would you have gone to sew uniform if you didn't know the outcome of the judgment? I'm coming. Now, unfortunately for him, he got there and he was convicted. Now, let me tell you what that means, what that showed. And this is impression. If that judgment had gone in favor to him, he would have said the judge was paid. Because probably, through one contract or the other, may have told him, look, Everything has been saved. Money has been given. So that was why they went and sold uniform. Babariga, WIke, this. I've never seen such a thing. So when he was not convicted, it dawned on him. The judge never collected any bribe. That is the kind of, why I'm trying to say this. This is how we do our things every time. Judges corruption. If that judge and that judgment has gone his way, he would have gone with the impression that the money he gave to somebody to give to the judge, that the judge collected the money. Now, it is unfair for him to make that the chief judge of Federal High Court came to see me and was demanding. It is very, very unfair. If Bodede could produce the video of that visit, where the chief judge was requesting for accommodation, was requesting for vehicles. It's very unfortunate. That's why I say that's the position you occupy. You don't need to make certain statements that you cannot defend. And because at that level, what would you say again that people would take? This is the same man who said, if the president wants to go on exile, up to today, you have not gone on exile. You see, look at the state, look at your level. If you win, I will go on exile. People should take it by your words. Up till now, they have not gone on exile. Now, you say, if it is our duty, let me tell you, all public buildings in FCT are built by the FCT. All public buildings. FCT is not a state. All public buildings are built by FCT. Now, if the president, in his wisdom, said to FCT, look, I've heard of a shortage of accommodation. We have to intervene. Not the one coming from the NJC. Do you understand? Not the one coming from the NJC. We have to intervene by providing accommodation and the rest of it. What has that got to do with us? What has that got to do? In any case, as the governor of a state, I built houses and gave them CFO to take those houses as their own houses. Right?
Both federal and state judges.
Yes, in Port Harcourt, I built for Krovapi. I built for Industrial Court. I built for Federal High Court.
Yeah, the argument is that blurs the line that should ordinarily be there between the three arms of government to maintain their independence.
That is not correct. You see, that is the problem you have now. Assuming, for example, if you say so, and there's a problem about contracts, execution, who will preside over it? But that's not even the point. What has that to do with intervention? But at the point of having done that,
the fact that they see you as your benefactor
no,
may not make them fair.
Well, let me tell you now, as I left River State, all this crisis that came up, is there anyone that they gave judgment in my favor in River State? Not one. What do we have to think that you do something, something that is it your personal? Look, even that one is personal. This one is not even personal. The one in River State was given and take. This was given and allocated to Federal High Court, to Court of Appeal.
So it's a public building?
It's a public building.
Let's talk about something that's in your favor now. You know, INEC published a list of candidates, and we're seeing the names of some of the candidates aligned with the WIke-backed PDP now on the INEC portal. But you know, the Turaki faction, they're still they're not backing down.
I have said
they're not backing down. They are still promoting their presidential candidates.
I have said before, part of our problem is you.
Him?
What I mean you. What I mean you. Okay, let me tell you.
Why is the media always a whipping boy?
No, let me tell you.
Yeah.
See, you work according to rule of law. You don't work on basis of what I say, what I think. It's not about what I think. What as it is now, what does the law allow? You know, this matter has gone to court, has gone to Supreme Court. Right? And that makes a look. From Federal High Court to Court of Appeal to Supreme Court. This is the judgment. Therefore, we are bound by this. The Amara Convention you did in Ibadan was nullified down to Supreme Court. Now, you went to the Federal High Court in Ibadan again to say that the Federal High Court should accept their own people as the true officers of the party. You went to Federal High Court in Ibadan. Federal High Court said, no, we cannot do that. The convention you heard had been set aside, is nullified. You cannot. I hold that these people who are the the technical committee should be presented before the convention is held. Convention was held in Abuja here. Officers were elected. INEC was there. You again went to a court of appeal. Appeal against that same judgment, you went to Federal High Court. You lost again. Now, you came back to so the court said there was no officers of the party. Therefore, we as conscience of the party, we have set up technical committee. Who is the technical committee you set up? The same people who went to court that they should be the officers of the party. He said it's correct. And I said, I have not pointed to that. This is what to know the court has said. You went to court recently. I'm not very happy. You went. So look, compel INEC now to take our people. The court said, look, that's an end to litigation. Enough is enough. You cannot be putting us everywhere. Look at this Supreme Court have done this. What do you want? Therefore, you pay fine. You pay fine. You pay fine. Your lawyers who fight this matter, they also have to pay fine. To be as a deterrent. You cannot be coming to court every time because there's court. There must be end to litigation. Now, I have said for long ago that I will be vindicated. It's a matter of being patient. And today it has been now. What am I saying today?
My use of the word faction.
Yes, no. Every time I watch news, in fact, sometimes I don't watch the news again.
But they are still members of the PDP.
No, first of all, they are not. First of all, we said they have been respected, but that's not the issue. The issue is why every time WIke backed?
With WIke backed faction.
Why every time when you heard the Supreme Court had made a pronouncement, the court had made every time WIke backed? You are the one causing the confusion.
Well,
as it is today.
That's factual. You are with these people.
What? No.
You are a member of the PDP.
No.
So you are the national leader of the party.
The point I'm saying, when you say backed, it means that you are not recognizing anyone. That's what you are saying.
Who is the leader of the PDP?
No, I'm the national leader.
That is it.
But when it don't say back, what does it say? No. When you say back, you are saying that there's another one that's backed by the other person.
That is not backed by you.
So it is not about, we have only one PDP.
Sorry.
And that PDP is led by Abdurrahman.
Honorable Minister, well, we
have just finished this before we take a
I
quick
want to
break.
tell you something about
The publication of
what's the name? Where is this man from Lagos? Bodejo.
Oh, God.
I
thought we had gone past this.
I have said people should be careful. When you talk about corruption, ask him. The house is living in my time. It's not even government money.
Really?
Oh, yes.
You can prove that?
Oh, let him come.
But how come from Lagos to Rivers?
You don't. So that's what I say. You don't sit one place, start throwing judicial something that is not correct. Each time you lose a case, you call judiciary corruption. Meanwhile, people like you are the fathers of corruption. People like you, each time you talk about a matter going to court, judiciary is corrupt. This judiciary is corrupt.
Can you throw light on this?
Until when you win, that's only when judiciary is not corrupt. But the moment
You need to explain the issue of body judge by the house. I
have told you, I've made a statement. Let him come out to say Let me come and prove it.
No, let's be clear now, so that the Nigerian people can understand what you mean.
Was the house leased or given to him?
Listen, I have said so. Whatever you want, he has had it.
Okay.
I said so. You know, when you say corruption.
No, but the judiciary itself, from as somebody who knows the law yourself, the judiciary, have they held the candle in terms of standing up for themselves? Because they keep giving judgments that sometimes seems conflicting.
Oh, that is again, we are all human. First of all, you see, we talk as if when a doctor is treating people, doctors make a mistake. Now, the fact that there are conflicting judgment does not mean they collected money. Remember, I can tell you, okay, let me tell you what happened. I read one judgment, and we did not want to read entirely about the annual guideline, that was set aside by the Federal High Court. And then the Court of Appeal said no, INEC was right. Now there are so many litigations about that guideline. Now, the Senate party also went to court, and the matter was the Court of Appeal. So if you don't read well, you say there's conflict of judgment. So that judgment of Senate Bank, if you don't, I think it says no, INEC was wrong. Rather, what that judgment said was part of his look. INEC was right, but if this area of where you provide all the particulars that it conflicts with the person's right. Do you understand me? Now, that does not to me is a conflict of judgment. I know. So sometimes we don't even read all we have seen on the headline, and then we don't go back to see that, read the judgment, or give it to our lawyers, analyze it, and come up. But the judge was talking about Supreme Court has said internal affairs of the party. But he did not read what Supreme Court said in Sule Lamido's case, and the one of the two chairmen, one is from Imo and the other one from Abia, Austin. What Supreme Court said, that look, if you don't go according to the laws, we're not interested in who, because you're a leader. All we're interested is, if you're in violation of your constitution, if you're in violation of the Electoral Act, if you're in violation of the extant laws of the country, we cannot shut our eyes and say it's internal affairs of the party. So anything that happens, now you see, laymen like Borojan was a military. I agree. This is not military.
All right.
This is politics.
Okay.
And so you must know that it's not military.
Okay, sir. We need to go on a quick break to allow the stations to discharge some obligations. We'll go on a quick break for about 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll just round up quickly on politics and then come back to FCT issues, because like I said, we're getting a lot of questions from residents of the city on some areas that affect them. So that will be after we come back from this break.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, with your predecessor and your good friend Rotimi Amechi as the vice presidential candidate of ADC in your state.
Vice what?
Presidential candidate of the
running
ADC.
mate.
Okay.
The running in your state.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And it's also a formidable, political gladiator from your state.
This is what?
A formidable political
opponent.
Former governor, former speaker.
Where did you get the assessment from?
Okay. My question is, how does that make you feel? How is that going to? Do you think that might affect the Rainbow Coalition? That's one leg. The other is you are the national leader of the PDP.
Yes.
you are supporting Mr. President.
Yes.
How do you intend sharing that support?
Okay.
Between President Tinubu and Sandy Ono.
Okay.
And then
It's okay.
Would it be fair to say?
doesn't that
Two questions.
is still part of the second question?
Yeah.
Wouldn't people see that as a kind of political polygamy?
Okay, I've never heard of that political program. Now, let me start from the first one about the Mechi being the running mate to Atiku. Sometimes, you see, let me tell you, and I've come to know that indeed it will be difficult for Atiku to be president. In all the calculations or the calculation he makes, if you are choosing a vice presidential candidate, a running mate, I'm sure the only factor that has made him to choose that mate, I'm sure, may be financial. Maybe financial. If it's in terms of bringing vote to support him, he's dead on arrival.
A governor, former minister. He has a.
Hold on. I was Minister of State. He was governor. He couldn't put a governor. Yes. I defeated him very well. He has never won elections since after 2011 when I was the DG of the campaign. Never. He was the DG of Buhari in 2015. Buhari, he was governor. Buhari did not get 25%. He was the DG in 2019 when he was Minister of Super A. Buhari did not get 25%. He supported Atiku in 2023. Atiku did not get 15%. Now, let me tell you, where is an asset? To Rivers State and South South. The mere fact that you're a former governor makes you an asset. You must be a former governor that still have the following, the followers. You must say when you are a minister, what do you bring on table to the people of your state? What did you bring? As a minister, what did your government then do that you can say that impacted life of Rivers people? You must say so. So it's not about, I was a former this, I was a former that. Now let me tell you, in the South, which state will it have impact? Remember, and that's why we say, the way we are, Nigerians will forget. This was the same man just 1 month ago who said the ADC primary is now irregularity, corruption. How can we talk about removing a government that was saying that rig election and then we are rigging an election? The same man that is benefiting from the corruption, from irregularities of the same system. And we don't talk, and that's one thing. When you anytime you see, when we also you buy in, so that becomes an asset. A man who said that this thing is corrupt, that there are irregularities, it didn't go well. The same time now, he has accepted to be part of that irregularity. 2, when Jonathan was president, from the South wanted to run for second term, Ameti came out on national television and said he kicked him out not to be second. Now, a South person wanting to go for second term, you were proud, you kicked him out. Now South will be happy. He used to be vice president. I mean, you see, you think that people have forgotten. You came out to say it, I'm not the one who. Proudly, we kicked him out of the place. Kicked their own brother out, not to the second time. They want them to kick you in to be vice president. What was his role in the controversial removal of the former CGN? Onege. You were proud that we had to remove Onege from the South. What was his offense? This is the time the people of the South will ask you a question. Are you back? Mr. VP. Mr. VP, you are back. Now, look at Tinubu. If for nothing in rivers, that we can today no longer by sea, by road to go to Bonny. It's not about you come, you touch hand here, you come, you touch hand. He came and said, look, this road has become so political road. The people of rivers. If there's one thing I would do, you will not go by sea again to Bonny. Today, everybody now drives to Bonny. Go and see. He has not only ended, he has now extended it again. Never in the history of River State, till 1999, of those who claim to be very close to president, have we had the kind of appointment we have had in River State? Never. Some people were close to Obasanjo. Some people were close to Jonathan. Some people were close to Buhari. Let them come and tell Rivers people, what did we get? So, Rainbow is too. I'm coming there. Yes.
Let me just, sorry. With the Rainbow, excuse me, with the Rainbow Coalition, what kind of advantage are you going to?
I'm concerned that we don't, so I don't lose it.
All right.
I don't know whether you are supporting them. So let me finish this. The point I'm making is I say, this is the time of Operation Share Your Report card. Rivers people. See, when I was Minister of Transport, I was close to late Buhari. I was able to use my influence, my friendship with him, to do this for Rivers people. You must tell us. Me, I can say Rivers people, my support for Tinubu, for the first time, we never thought we would be Minister of FCT. We are.
Is it that personal?
No, you said I'm from Rivers.
Okay.
It's an achievement. Yes, whether you don't like it or not. Two. Having supported Tinubu, look at the number of appointments. How many DGs and EDs? Let me tell you. We have DG of NOSNA. We have DG of one environmental something. We have DG of the community. We have chairman of the Southside Development Commission. We have the executive director of project. We have ED Finance Administration for MDDC. Name them. Chairman of government can name them. Name them. And then you now come. You want to be VP. What will VP give to us now? You see, you must have to. When you were governor, what happened to the Caribbean White Hospital? What happened to the Model? So many fundamental questions you ask. So don't tell me because it's rivers. What does that mean? Somebody must come from somewhere, but it must be asset to your people. You now talk about the PDP. Was I not in PDP 2023 when I started supporting Tinubu? Did I hide it? You see, that's why people like us, you should praise us. We don't play to the corner. We don't say this is black in the night. In the daytime, it becomes.
Talk about not playing to the corner.
No, the point I'm making. No, I said so. Now, the PDP had a crisis. I've always said, PDP cannot win presidential election now. All we are doing is to win some national seats. To organize the party against 2031. We must be very, very clear to people. So I don't like people who think that you just election you must win. No.
So how fair is it that you're clearly saying that if you are a candidate of the PDP, you should be content with not winning this time
No, that's not what I'm saying. See,
because that's the interpretation that comes.
It's not interpretation. You should tell yourself the simple truth. Can I tell you something? Don't be one of those who will not prepare for exam. You enter exam hall. You say, God, I'm your daughter. God, I'm your son. When you do not read, then you expect as you enter exam. That's when you say, Almighty God, you are the one who brought me here. Father, remove shame from me. And then the answers will start coming. You don't do that. You must have to prepare yourself. Being a president is not to come out today, I want to run to be a president. No. Do you know what you talk about Nigeria, 774 local governments? Do you know what I'm talking about?
PDP has been in existence.
Why not? That's what I have said before. I said so. I said, look, you were able to you didn't put yourself together. We have crisis. And you cannot wake up within 6 months to be president of the country.
All right, let me quickly ask you this question before we get sidetracked again.
Yes.
We can't have this conversation without talking about what's happening in Rivers State. And your chat the other day on Saturday, and your comment about Fubara and him being his own architect of his own problems. You know, and even though your message, it seemed, was to say bygones. Let's bygones. The interpretation there seems very different. A lot of persons are saying this is just a confirmation that you are in charge of things happening in Rivers State. Would you like to clarify what you meant?
We don't like the truth. Tell yourself. I didn't say I'm happy. All I said, he wouldn't have been in that position if he did not, walk away from the group.
But you called him the biggest loser.
What did I say? He wouldn't have been in that position. First of all, let me tell you why. I was the one who laid foundation that look. I flagged up the ring road. And I said that day, if you complete this ring road, nobody will stop.
That's the second time endorsement.
How do you endorse somebody more than that?
So you wanted him to do a second term?
Naturally. You have to build a system. It's from our political structure. What I don't like people talking, every time they say, Godfather, who talks about God? There's nowhere in this world, whether in Republican, whether in the Democratic Party, you have groups. Trump has his own group to make sure they take over the Republican Party. Every group will have its own leader. That does not make you a godfather. Every group will have its own leader to say that, look, we are pursuing this to take over the mantle of leadership. And when that happens, and you succeed, and then you say, look, don't delay. I came as governor. I had crisis. When I came as governor, there was nothing. There was not even pillowcase in government house. But when I was living as governor, in fact, when I came, I had to borrow a vehicle from the former governor of Ondo, Mimiko, this parade vehicle. Nobody kept feeling well. I didn't have one vehicle. But before I left as governor, I packed up from government house 1.5 years. I didn't have federal government idea. I bought vehicles both for the governor, both for the deputy governor, both for the wife of the governor. I did that. I did not say, somebody has, nobody prepared me. But somebody had laid foundation. Look, this is where I stopped. If you continue this way, our dream is to be able to compete with Lagos. What is wrong with that? Now, I'm coming. And somebody comes, and that's why you have to be careful. Those who didn't want you to be governor now became your friends. Obviously, they will destroy you. Thinking that coming closer to you is to fight us. And at the end of the fight, I have not lost anything. What have I lost? Not what I'm making. What have I lost? No. But you have lost. Because your intention was to go for second term. Is it not correct? And you are not going. If those of us who love him, that's why we feel so bad.
So you love him?
If I don't love him, why would I put him? Why would I support him? That's the point I'm making. So that's why I said, look, of all these things now, who have lost? Ordinarily, you wouldn't have put yourself in this position. And let me tell you, there was a time we all thought, we all agreed. So look, can we allow bygone to be
bygones?
But something fundamental came up in politics. We all met. They said, look, if we allow this now, there are those who are here who want to see that we are no longer politically relevant. What do we do? Two, there are external forces who want to hijack River State. Should not allow them to hijack River State. There are those who see River State as a cash cow. I can tell you so many things happened. There are people, even some senior advocates of Nigeria, who you will never believe in this world, can play that kind of role, who are virtually living with us in government. Virtually living with us in government. When this thing happened, they were so bitter. This is a young man would never believe this boy is a betrayer. Do you know what happened? Overnight, some assaulted. Started giving the governor wrong advice. Don't worry, the law says this. The law didn't say this. They were sending them aircraft. Then they realized in the jet. Put your leg like this. So then they've achieved. So former continuously being there, they believe there's that kind of influence. We say no. This cash cow must end now. You won't have it again. Take as much as you can, but you have to stop in that city. Ordinarily, we have sat down and we have to look.
Are you going to help him rebuild his political future? Because now he's not coming for his second term.
No. You see,
and you say
let me tell you. Look, you see, I'm a realistic person. I'm a human being. I worked hard. Look, when I say I worked hard, at the time people were saying, are you sure he's well? See the way he's looking. I worked hard. There was a time that EFCC came at the airport to arrest him. There was nothing that was not done to see that he never ran for that governorship election. We did everything humanly possible to say, no, we will not allow this. And so these people came back to say, listen, sir, yes, we are seeing the dominion. Yes, it's like you have made up your mind to let him go back, since the president back. But sir, do you consider the political future of these young men? Do you consider? And you see, that's why I say you have to be realistic. And I have to go back. And I thought over it. I said, look, you see, be careful. Because those vampires are still there. The moment you make this mistake again and allow it, all those of you that have the structure is gone. The vampire will not eat you well. And with this is grave. As you are now, are you going to dig a grave? You can't dig a grave.
But don't think he's remorseful now, because the last statement he made was even warning people around him not to set him up against you.
I tell you what we have done. He made that statement, even though he didn't speak to me, but no problem. We have started a committee led by Senator Magu Sabi to go and see the governor. It's okay. How do we integrate everything? And not only him. Okay. There are those two who
dissenting voices, yes.
So if we don't mean it, we won't do that. Okay. Look at the powerful committee.
So you are going to find space for him within the rainbow.
This question is unnecessary. I said here, led by Senator Madhu's
Abe. Who are you talking about?
The committee.
Yes.
To go and I got a text from Senator Madhu this morning that they have met the governor.
Okay.
And the governor has given them date within the week, so time to come. So for us,
it's progress.
It is progress when we are making for the interest of the state. Now, you talk about the Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something. Before now, you were hearing rivers of blood I'm sure you were happy.
No.
No. If you are not happy, you are supporting the Labour coalition. Before now, you would have been seeing now this election coming. PDP, APC will be fighting. Those are the two major political parties. Don't forget any other one now. Forget. Anybody can say anything they want to say, but when the time reaches.
Who is the coalition picking as its candidates?
You don't worry, you will see what I'm saying. Now, people, let me tell you, people wanted to. There are some extra formulas from governors. You see, in politics, you must keep your ear to the ground. In politics, you must also be smart. What happened? If we had concentrated only in PDP, we would have been having a battle with the APC. And the APC is the ruling party at the national level. Also the ruling party at the state level. So what would you do? Let's be part of it. Let's be part of it. Now, what we have is a situation where Labour Party, PDP, APC, AA, all together. We have governorship candidates of all this. We have state assemblies and national assembly of all this. And we tell ourselves the simple truth. Candidate B appears to have, that look appears to be brighter, more presentable. So we will choose candidate B in social party. This way you now know politicians who are on the ground. It is not an easy thing to do. In National Assembly, APC can win all. PDP can win all. But everybody still has been together. If APC wins in this side, PDP wins in this side, we are all together. For the interest of our state. If the governorship candidate we are going to pick at the end of the day wins, he's not to be seen as APC, not to be seen as PDP. He's to be seen as a member of the coalition.
But he didn't become from his party, though. He will still be a member of his party.
Yes, it doesn't matter, but we are working for the interest of someone who have that kind of violence any longer. Everybody is now integrated. All we have all agreed for one thing is that we are going to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is taken. But we will take care, we will take it so that it becomes all inclusive. All inclusive. And it is working like wildfire. People now know that, look, you see, everything is about leadership. Everything is about leadership. So when I hear people, or when I watch people talk on, I watch, you say you are right. I was watching
News Central.
No, I'm
it was with my colleagues, that you watched, right?
I don't know. That's one person said I didn't collabo coalition. You see, what you don't know in politics. I've been in this politics since 1999. I've never gone up. So nobody can teach me or tell me how to go, how to navigate it. What's important is the relevance of your people. It's not about what you in our eyes is talking. What I'm interested, the interest of my people.
I just want to follow up with your thoughts, because you're sounding like this strategizing after the tenure of this current APC, if they win the election in 2027, when they are done, then the PDP will come back and arise again. Will the APC allow that happen?
That is not me. I'm not APC. But I'm very sorry. I'm not APC. It is that
All right.
That's why it don't work.
I just have one.
The point I'm making is that for me, the relevance for me today is my people. It's River State. If River State is relevant, I'm happy. Relevant, not relevant that you are calling the name River State. relevant in terms of projects are coming, relevant in terms that the people are part of the government. That's my own interest. That's not, look, I was chairman in 1999. I was chairman again in 2004 when there was a break of this Miracle panel, whether local government is to be or not, related to that. I became the Deputy National President of Algon. I became the President of Algon. Right? So I've been in the system. I represent Africa in the Commonwealth of local government. I became Chief of Staff. I went to become Minister of State, the first permanent minister. Defeated the Kumpia governor there who wanted to police the governor. Came back. Fought the APC government in 2019. Do you know what's called a federal might? Some people talk about federal might, they just talk. They have not seen federal might. That's why I'm laughing at people. I saw federal might. No federal might with military. Look, that time Amadu used to come with battalions. I've never seen a president move like that with battalions. But the minister came with a battalion as if there will be war in River State. And to the glory of God, we survived it. We fought back. What was going to happen in this 2027 election? And I've seen it, and I've said it in Rivers. I met you come out to say election have been rigged. Let these people not vote. I am telling you, let nobody make a mistake. If anybody is counting Rivers, go now and cancel it. The only person that can count Rivers is Bola Ahmed. I'm not talking because I'm talking as a political realist. I'm talking because my people know. You see, the point is what you should ask. Once you build confidence in people, once people trust you, people know that anything you tell them is likely to happen. And you don't go to government without carrying people along. Nobody can say to you as a minister of FCT, even as a minister of FCT, that Rivers people don't feel the impact. No, certainly not.
Just about 25 minutes.
Yes.
To end the show. We need you to reconnect back with the people of the FCT. And I'm sure some of you have been getting questions from contacts. Let me fire the first two because they are related. It will seem as if the problem in the River Park Estate is not over. We understand that the developer, Polo or something like that, Polo Odili, is back. Yeah, is back. Trying to assert the rights that the people believe it doesn't have. And I'm sure the minister set up a panel at some point. What are you doing to bring lasting solution on this issue of River Park Estate? And then the other side of it, still in that area, is Sabon Lugbe or something like that, where some demolitions took place some time back. And the people said they got their allocation from the area council. So, is there a problem between the area council allottees and the FCT? If so, how are the people whose properties were demolished? There are people who claim that as many as 200 houses were demolished in an estate. How are you going to resolve the matter? What do they need to do to regularize their ownership of
okay, let me take from the last one. You know, I've always said this, Nigerians if they would not like to say the truth, they do. No area council can allocate land to you. Supreme Court judgment said it. All land in FCT belongs to FCT. But what you have done was that, look, okay, if they have done that, come and regularize it. So we'll be able to issue you certificate of occupancy. Of course, they know. They advertise. You see, it takes us difficult. We don't like to follow rules. All we want is, okay, you can go ahead. We are forgiving you. Forgiving what? Go and regularize and pay the necessary fee. Then we'll issue C4. The land does not belong to you. You can't go and build on something you don't have. So that is the issue. So people should go and regularize. And it is there, the processes are there. We have been signing, if I'm not signed on those area council land, I've signed over 5,000 or 6,000. I have, so people should go and do that.
Okay.
Then you talk about River Park. You know, if you ask us, what's the problem with River Park? First of all, government has made a mistake. Our government continues to make mistake. People sit down and defraud the government that is served. If you look at the memorandum of understanding, we don't have anything to do with Polo Homes. There's one company called Jonathan something. And Jonathan went and brought Polo Homes as their own partner. We are not aware. Even at that, they ought not to do it. They ought to seek our consent. So somehow they had problems. And that their problem, even the leases are expired. So, and we looked at it, look, should we let the people have built up, developed area, people, concerned people have gone, look, these are Nigerians, and they may have, they are not involved, and you just, apply the laws and people will suffer and these and all those kind of things. And we gave it a human face. We said, well, for now, let's send back, let's give them back their CFOs. They are Nigerians who are built whichever way, even though the CFOs ought not to see, they were giving Polo Homes the CFO. And Polo Homes either renting to them or listening to them. That is not even proper. So there are a lot of things involved. But sometimes, when we try to solve it, people outside will not understand. So, but what happened? In trying to resolve them, in fact, we told the two parties, we told the Ghanaians that, look, but what is our stake? You are only fighting amongst yourselves who have cheated each other, who have not cheated each other. Why are we involved? Why are we paying money to our lawyers? To do what? Now that the lease are expired, two of you should quit. We have taken back this part of the land. Because there's no more agreement between us and Jonathan and school. So this part of land remaining is not government land. The other one that has been built up. Let it go.
Minister, so one of the questions that... Oh, okay.
So, before we do it, the other party has gone to arbitration.
Okay.
It's okay. Until free from arbitration. That's where we have. What's about the Polo Hall can't touch our own land.
Okay.
They cannot.
All right.
They can't.
Some people are asking what's happening with the Mbora district infrastructure development, and they say the infrastructure development in Mbora district has been abandoned for some years now.
So other cities have been abandoned before this government came. So we are taking it bit by bit. You see, I'm happy. Why are people saying this? I'm happy that they are saying that things are going on very well. Cities were progressing. So have you forgotten our own? Nobody will be forgotten. But we can't take all at the same time. Having now seen what we have done, obviously means that we'll touch other areas. You can't believe that before the election, the number of projects will roll out. The election is January, isn't it?
So more commissionings before the elections.
Of course, it's natural in us. It's natural in us.
Just one more district that's been long forgotten. I'm sure that should be on your plan because a lot of infrastructural development has gone in. I'm talking of Kagini 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And recently we heard that the contract has been revived.
I know you're interested. Be patient. You just want to rub me in. So I will make commitment. I said, look, we are going to do Kagiri. Then if I don't do it, he said, Mr. Prime Minister, you done your last chat. You said, hold on. We are coming.
All right.
If you see the prayer warrior, continue to pray to get you faster. But let people pay their taxes. It's not just doing this, do we pay our taxes?
So, Honorable Minister, you've spoken quite well in the past about the security situation in Abuja, and that a lot has been done about that. But there are still reports of pockets of insecurity in Abuja. What are you doing about that? And then some people are sending complaints about cows, cattle grazing, even near the airport and all that. What are you doing about it?
I won't talk about cows. That's national security. I would tell them, say, tell DJs, I say, tell all of them to sit down and know how they would do about I've said it severally. Yeah. I've said it severally. You know. Anyway, let's leave it there. See, it's not as if we don't have the capacity. We have to be very, very careful. You are talking about, when is there pockets of insecurity? Where in this world?
Including one chance.
I'm coming. Where in this world? You say everywhere is safe. Where? Israel, now look at this. America, look at this. Even fires are insecurity now. In France, in Spain. You see, but give us that kudo. That whether you like it or not, we have been able to take head on the issue of the insecurity. I went to Kukwama. No, I went to Kukwama one day. What I saw. So I called Security Council meeting. I said, come and follow me. I want to show you security. They said, what do I mean? I said, no. I think we're fighting security. They said, let me go and show you insecurity. They don't understand what I said. I said, look, I will show you security so we'll fight it. When we got there, look, they couldn't believe it. They said, look, if this thing explodes here, it is a place where criminals will hit and will go there and hide. You won't know. You will not know, because how would they know? All kinds of the shanties over 2,000. My God. Inside the city. I said, no. When they saw it, they told me, sir, this will be a dictate. We cannot allow this. I said, do you know what has happened? People have started writing. People, how do you suffer poor people? They say. It's a society where we are talking about fighting security. You're not bringing issue of poor people. That's what we see in this kind of country. You are the one complaining. And we are seeing insecurity. And you are saying, no, we are suffering poor people. So I said, they will go to court. I said, no problem. Court cannot stop me from fighting insecurity. You can imagine what happens. Sometimes you are looking for people who are kidnappers. They have no address. You don't know where they are. You can't even locate them. Part of security concern now, you see some buildings 20 years ago, uncompleted. They go there and take a refuge. You'll be looking for them. Security men will be looking for them. So when we had Security Council meeting, the report came out. Look, part of the problem we have seen is the uncompleted buildings where they take refuge. Now, what did we do? It's okay. We will announce that go and clean up the area, else we'll bring it down. But we can't allow it. It's not possible. There's no amount of grammar you will speak. We're talking about saving of life and property. And we cannot, because you say, oh, your life saving, you put it for criminals to take over. No, we won't allow that.
All right. Concerning hospital land scarcity in Abuja, because this will interest you. Hospital land scarcity in Abuja.
What is that?
That, companies or people particularly investors who are desirous of investing in hospitals, they don't get it. And they said the reason is this. Many people have been allocated hospital lands through their phantom hospitals for decades. Now what they do is that they don't have existing hospitals and they are now ready. They are not ready to build. These allottees are hawking the lands for billions of naira to those who have the means to establish those hospitals.
You see, that's one thing.
Is there a way of?
Excuse me. Who says where hospital land will be?
I think in the master plan there are some areas
where... The master plan is done by who?
By the FCT.
By government.
Yes.
So when people sit down and say, oh, this is hospital land, I should be don't know considered that it was so. Do you know what the government had decided not to use that place as hospital? And have provided, you see, you say you want to invest that they don't have land. Assuming that place even as the grass hospital land, doesn't mean that as an investor, you move down to the place and start building because you're an investor. Is that correct? Government has to allocate to you where you will put your investment. Government will say, here I've been designated as this and this and that. Government has said, look, we are thinking of this place, but we have changed our position. We will be trying to do it in the other side. Investors, you want to invest, come to this area. The areas that have been earmarked before as, what do you call it, burial grounds. But government has moved it out. So now it's no longer necessary in this place. We'll do it in so area. People sit in their houses, decide what government should be able to decide. About land silent is, let me tell you the truth. What I see in my office, it is not people just come. How many people who ask for land in this Abuja that don't go and sell it?
Land speculators.
If 2,000 that apply for land, 1,900 That is the truth. That is the truth. You see, but again, it's a system.
I have relevance.
Correct. You get a fight, and you ask yourself, must you fight in everything? But you just don't lose focus. There are things you should be focused so that you don't distract you.
Well, there's a
so
time.
How do you work?
I think we'll pull our question.
Yes, you know, over 317 kilometers of roads have been completed or ongoing in satellite towns, out of which 221 have been completed. You know, but all of these roads have also come with some kind of menace. We're beginning to see car racing on the road, constituting risk to other motorists. Sometimes car drifting and even people driving against traffic. Second question on this same one is that the infrastructure development in Abuja, you're getting a lot of praise from landlords, but it's also coming at a cost. Rents are going up. Would there be some kind of legislation introduced by your administration to help regulate
legislation is done by the National Assembly.
But you can push a bill in.
But let me tell you.
The first question, sir.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
My problem is that as you do one problem will come up. But let me just tell you. Let me tell you.
I was hoping we'd pull our questions together.
But I forget. Car racing. One good thing today is at least there's road. Before there was no road for you to have car racing. So that tells you government is working. But should you allow it? Car racing is allowed where is no residence. You don't do car racing residential areas. You know the security implications. It's very dangerous. And that is what we're working on now to stop. But if you're doing car racing, highways and the rest, you can't stop it. It's part of the beauty. It's not only here that you have car, but the good thing again is that those who love it will have made provision. Good roads, motorable roads, long roads, that which you don't have before, which this administration have been able to provide. So we're going to stop that, right? that we are setting up committee to make sure, task force to make sure that we don't allow that. Then you talk about the what's it called?
Rising rents.
Yes. Assuming real estate is not coming, assuming development is not coming, what would have happened to house rent? How would it crash? It will skyrocket because there are no houses. But the more you have houses, it will come to a point that it will reduce. That is the truth of the matter. No, it does. Let me tell you why you think so. Can I tell you why you think so? Because there have not been infrastructure to the satellite towns where people will go and live. There have not been, when you don't provide infrastructure, the need that people want to concentrate in the city. For what we are doing now, by opening up all the areas, go and see development will be moving. And that will crash the rent in the city.
Will there be a timeline?
Why do you want everything one day?
Because it's a lot. Because it's a lot, Honorable Minister.
That's also how advert rates go up. Nobody has talked about that. Nobody has talked about how you sit down and increase the advert. You don't talk about it, but it affects the common man.
Okay, let's look at let's look at this indiscriminate rock blasting in the FCT. Is causing a lot.
I don't know what to call indiscriminate. You see, you have to talk with facts.
Can I give you one or two facts?
If there's no rocket blasting, anyone that don't approve, let us know.
Okay.
You don't just come. I mean, omnibus. Oh, rocket blasting.
So all the blastings in FCT, you've approved. You've approved.
What I'm trying to say, first of all, by the time that Gilmore was working, I remember a senator called me, sir, that his house is shaking. I said, well, because of your house now the road will not be done. It's a rocky place. And the rock has been blasted for the road to pass. That's a public use. I said, you that built. Do you understand me? Sometimes we don't take into cognizance about tomorrow's development. Because development hasn't come as a time started building. Not knowing that roads will pass there, but they pass a plan. So all we did was to call the company and the senator assistant. We have to find solution. And the company agreed to do in such a way that it should not affect the
structural.
But it will be difficult for me to stop that kind of construction where everybody will benefit simply because you as an individual is affected. Your own personal cannot override public interest. It's not possible.
Let me just quickly chip in. Well, something I just forgot, but the one that is consistent is the report I saw that almost 400 civil servants were promoted after like a long time. 4,000, I think, not 400, or promoted after a long time.
Well, how long was that?
I think, I don't know the specific number of years.
You should have found that.
But what they're asking for is the arrears.
Where I'm going with it.
Yes.
It's a good thing. And the plan, from what I read, is that this will continue. So the question I'm going to ask is, what are further plans for civil servants going forward?
For that plans how?
The promotion arrears. That's the issue. Has been the promotion arrears that hasn't been paid in full. So while they're commending the fact that this 4,000 promotions promotion arreas haven't been paid.
There are people who are not grateful in life. And they cannot be grateful.
It's not ending.
No. Let me tell you something. See, these are the things I don't like. You are in a system where there was no promotion at all. You are in a system where you have no future. Now a government has come, has changed that. That said, look, you must get the promotions. You must get your future. You must get to the peak of your career. You've not even once sat down to thank the government that has done this. Before that, they are talking about secretaries in FCT. You only earn as a director and go. But this government has considered no, it can't be. They must get to the peak of their career. Not only must they get to the peak of, somebody must be able to be head of service. It was not there before. There was no Civil Service Commission of FCT before.
I think maybe you're misunderstanding the question.
No, I'm coming. Mm-hmm. You are saying that we have not finished paying. But are they paying? Mm-hmm. We had the time, within 6 months. Okay. Every month we pay. And I think it's remaining about 1 month. You see, these are things people should be able to appreciate. Is the government paying? Yes. Have we finished paying? No. Will we finish to pay? Yes. And that's how government is right. It's not a question of everything should be done. Instead of them to say, in fact, what they should be doing every day is to wake up or before they eat, pray. God, give this government the wisdom, not to continue doing what we want as well as they are doing.
That's the question we are asking you. It's not a complaint, I think.
No, there is a complaint.
There is a complaint.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So what we are saying is to be a continuous thing. Once it's time for promotion, when it's available, you'll be promoted. Let me tell you. People think that, you see, you can't know because if there are no vacancies of directors, you understand me? You promote everybody to director. It's not done. Mm-hmm. It's just like in teaching profession. If there's no vacancy, you can't. But it will come.
Honourable Minister, you described yourself as someone who... Yes, that's the last question. So you describe yourself as someone who prefers results over rhetoric. And the presidential election is in just a few months' time.
Yep.
Why do you think Nigerians should trust your principle?
Oh, my God. Very simple. Very simple. Why? See, for me, why I don't like rhetorics, when something starts getting bad, you get a situation that is worse. And when it gets worse, it gets time for you to cure, for it to heal, for the problems to be solved. You know, we have forgotten when we were criticizing previous governments. When Jonathan wanted to go for secretary, what happened? What led to why people said they will not vote? What happened? People gave excuses that day. When, what was the name? Buhari came. People were saying, where are we heading to? Problems have been compounded. Now somebody has come. When that's why I gave the situation that when they start building bad, worse, to the worst situation. And you come to that worst situation, people expect you that the problem, the major problem that have taken over 15 years, should be solved within 1 year. But people don't ask themselves questions. Take, for example, we were all crying of oil subsidy. I mean, fuel subsidy. We were all crying here. States were borrowing. I was a governor. I was kneeling down for bank managers, even ordinary assistant manager. Sometimes they will see me, they will take their back door and go away. A governor will be looking for. Why? The fuel subsidy was a clinker one. Over 3 trillion for a month will go. Now, somebody came who has had it, even though he was not in government or experiencing, but he knows it's correct. And he said, listen, it has to stop now. And it stopped now. Money has been made available. Some nationals now come with nobody now owes pensioners. Nobody goes to the bank again to borrow money to pay salaries. Money has been made for infrastructure. Now, for me, when the government tells me I will do this, no decision can be 100% right. But what makes leadership is the ability for you to take a decision. After we are here, so many presidents said, this fuel subsidy is a scam, this, that. But nobody had that, to me, nobody had that authority, the political will, So it's okay if this is bad. Let us stop it. Giving credit there. More money has come. 2. To put an economy together with use of short economy that has been bastardized. It's not where you did that to say, God Almighty, this man who is God, heal him now. No, it's not done that. It takes time, but it will be a hot thing. I prefer a candidate that I know what he says is what we do. I can tell you. Can I compare to you? I can tell you. I know Peter Obi very well. I know him very well. And you see, what I don't like is people playing to the gallery. What I'm not used to, what I don't do, or what I've not done, I won't do simply because I want to be in power. I was a governor. I've never attended birthday parties in the IDP camps. I've never. I was a governor. I've never gone to do my birthday with the motherless homes. Simply because you want to be a president, every of your birthday, you go to IDP camp. You go to motherless babies, and people say, oh, this is the type of people we want. No, what I'm trying to say. And you are carried away with that kind of sentiment.
We have to go.
I know him very well. You heard what his boss said. The man was supposed to give him testimonial. Said it's too bad, it's too bad, it's too bad.
That's a testimonial?
Look, your boss said, look, you're not supposed to. Look, don't, Nigerians be careful, don't near there. Your boss says so. What other testimony do you want?
All right.
So, this is a man, this is a president. Yes, they have not done everything. No, it's not possible. Within 3 years, okay. You can see the difference. Yes, it's hurting.
All right. Thank you so much.
Where. So it's not about people who come to, what I watch people do, channels, arrest. I don't know people whom you call. I begin to ask them about Nigeria. I laugh. I told them what to say. Who is this man?
All right.
What does he know about Nigeria? I see somebody talking about politics every day, talking about it. This is a man who ran presidential as presidential aspirant for Medo. 0, 0, 0, 0. And it's a man that even will call to comment politically.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, sir.
That's why this is the only thing we have now. We can use.
I'm sure we will have ample time to talk more about it in subsequent editions of this program. For today, we are on the dot of the hour, so we have to go. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister.
I just want to hear their problem.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
And we are the practical people that
all right. Felicity, thank you so much for your time. And of course, Femi, thank you. Okwe and Christian, thank you so much. Kela, thank you for your time too. Thank you, Honorable Minister. We'll see you again very soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's the end of today's edition of Ministerial Chat featuring the Honorable Minister of the FCT. Thank you for investing your time with us. We'll see you again next month. My name is Benga Aruleva.
You've been watching a live channel.